called Shadow of Man. There's a darkness out there. It's getting out of hand. And even if you think you're immune, you should probably reconsider getting back in tune.
What's good? This is Nickel, lead MC, band leader of Nickel and Dime Ops here in New York City. What is Nickel and Dime Ops? Nickel and Dime Ops is a jazz-fused hip-hop band that I started here in New York City. I'm the front man. I write all the lyrics, keep the band together, and I'm composing some of the great young jazz minds in the scene around here. So the name of the new album is Resuscitation Music. It's our second album. I'm really excited about it. It took us about 2 years to write it. The band has changed a lot over the last few years, and the band that I have right now is really just like the core element of what this music I think was really meant to be as we've evolved, you know? So what you have here is me writing with the guys and us putting together music and working on it over a couple years on stage here at Smoke at our residency. So by the time we got into the studio, it was just like clean and ready to go, and it was this beautiful thing that we put together as a collaboration, all 9 of us.
My name is Desron Douglas. I play the bass.
My name's Corey Wallace. I'm trombonist for Nickel and Dime Ops.
My name is Carlea Lene, and I'm a vocalist.
My name is Norman Paul Evans Jr., and I am a drummer. I hooked up with the band by just coming out and checking them out when they were playing at Smoke on Thursday nights. Nickel called me up on one of the nights just to have me sit in and play, and he liked what he heard. He was using me first as a trial, like just a sub for one of the nights, and then he's like, yo, let's do it full time. And I was like, oh, snap. Okay, so that's how I got with the group.
I've been down with Nickel and Dime Ops from the beginning, and he had about like 25 beats or ideas that he just had in his phone. He just recorded them. And we laid him down, and 7, 8 years later, we here.
A lot of the cats in the band in the rhythm section were in one of the first bands I was in here in New York when I moved here, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So they were like, yeah, come through on a Thursday, man. You know, and I did, and, you know, immediately started getting called for it, and then before long, I was in the band, so.
I got connected with the band maybe a month or 2 after I moved to New York. I met Mike, and it was like my first gig in New York, so I was really excited, especially being at Smoke. And they called me in for a rehearsal, and then it just kind of stuck.
So we got a new album that's coming out. Yeah, a couple weeks. It's called Resuscitation Music. You can pre-order it now on iTunes. Just look up Nickel and Dime Ops.
I love the album. Glad to be a part of it. This is like my second or third venture with Nickel.
Being in the studio, being with the gang, just grooving, doing my thing, but having a really fun time while doing it. It's really great music. It's really fun. I'm excited. It's like a little bit of old school with the new school. You know, he's a very good friend, good people, man. And that's, you know, when you're making music, you gotta align yourself with good people, so.
I'm excited for the new album. I think there are some great songs on there, even the ones I'm not on. Gene Baylor's on it, which is really exciting. So I think the sound on it is just, it's new and fresh, and a lot of people will enjoy it.
Until you put a CD into a car stereo, you hear boom, you hear knock, that's when you really hear it, man. And I finally heard their album on my car stereo, and I've been blasting it. I'm talking about, it was like 3 days of me blasting it, man. People in my neighborhood. I live right in Harlem, right on 111th. People was like, what the fuck is that? That's me.
So I'm primarily hip hop myself. You know, all the guys are jazz, and it's funny for me to say who's my favorite jazz musician, because I kind of came into this through like learning how to make beats and sampling jazz and get to know these jazz musicians. But the first person I got into was probably Miles. You know, I mean, it's kind of, you know, cliche because he's so iconic, but modern today, you know, One of my favorite guys that's still alive and doing it is Dr. Lonnie Smith, badass organ player. He's one of these kind of guys that just, it's magic when he gets on stage.
We're gonna have some fun with y'all.